Good day, everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to play the board game First in Flight. Now, First in Flight is set back in the time of Orville and Wilbur Wright when people were trying to get planes to fly. And the object of this game is you're going to be trying to score the greatest flight path by the time the game ends. So let's check it out. In the game, you've got a whole bunch of different types of cards. On the board, you're going to have two tracks. You've got the action space track here, and then you're also going to have a flight path that you're going to be flying your plane on. Now, what you're going to be trying to do is you're going to be trying to fly as far as you can and try to break your own record. The game end is going to get triggered one of two ways. Either if you go around this action track 4 times, representing 4 years for each time you go around, or if you end up passing or someone passes this 40 over here, that's going to trigger the end of the game. So we'll go ahead and talk about the different types of cards over here. Each player is going to be receiving a deck of cards, and in the deck you're going to be receiving 4 glide cards, and these are going to be worth 1 distance, 0.8. This card would be worth 1 here, and these cards are going to have negative effects on them. If you end up drawing 4 of these cards while you're trying to fly, you're going to end up crashing your plane, which I'll talk about. You're also going to receive an experience over here. What experience is going to do is it's going to allow you to fly 1 space, but it'll also add 1 glide card to your flight. So you'll go ahead and shuffle all these up, and then you'll place them face down next to you. Over here is your player board. You're going to have your pilot over here, and in your garage you're going to be able to go ahead and place any design flaws that you have. So here are some of the pilots over here in the game, and let's just say I decide I'm going to go ahead and pick this pilot. This is a double-sided card. You're going to flip it over to the other side once you are able to go 15 or more spaces on your flight. Essentially what this is an upgrade of this. Each pilot's going to have an ability that you're going to be able to use. These are the design flaw cards over here. You're going to randomly draw from this when you're making your deck. There's a whole bunch of these things. Some of them will have a lot of these negative effects, as you can see, and you're going to be able to get a chance to fix these later in the game. Whenever you do fix one of these design flaws, you're going to replace it with the basic flight problem card. You also don't want to draw these, but it's not going to have the negative effect. These are your glide cards. Right over here are your upgrade cards. These are going to be face down when you use them, and these cards are going to be ranked from 2 to 5. You're going to have an opportunity to get these cards so you'll be able to fly further, and I'll show you how that works here in just a little bit. You also have these cards. This is your tech card. These are going to have ongoing abilities, and you're going to be able to take these, and whatever ability this has, this is going to be with you for the rest of the game. These are friend cards. You're going to be able to use this card once per year. This is going to have an action on it. Once you spend it, you'll just simply take the card and tap it sideways, and then you'll activate it again once the year is over. Over here, these are skill cards, and you're going to be able to use these cards once per flight. And again, they're going to have an ability on them. You're also going to receive a descend card, and you're going to play this card when you want to go ahead and try to land your plane. Now, when you do that, you're going to have to draw 2 more cards from the deck. And over here are coins. You're going to receive a certain amount of coins depending on your positioning in the game. So now we'll go ahead and talk about these spaces over here on the action track. This is the upgrade. This will allow you to draw an upgrade card from here. The X represents the amount of coins you're willing to spend or the time. For each coin or time you spend, that's how many cards you're going to be able to draw from this deck. So if I spent 4 coins, I could draw 4 cards. I would go ahead and then look at these cards, and let's say I wanted to pick these 2. I put these in my deck over here, and then I would put the other ones back. This will allow me to purchase either a tech card or a friend card for 3 coins. This is time. Now, if you want to spend time, simply what you're going to do is you're going to go here, and then for every time you'll go to the next clock. So this is 1 time, this is 2 time, for example. Over here, this will allow you to get 2 coins. You'll also be able to repair a design flaw for 3 coins if you decide to do that. Now, you may have 2 flaws in your garage, and the second flaw is going to cost you an extra coin. This is going to allow you to fly. You can choose any one of these options on the board with this for 1 coin. This will allow you to pick up a glide card or an experience card for 3 coins. This will allow you a skill card. This will give you 4 coins. This will allow you to repair for 3 coins or 2 time. So here's the way the game works. Let's say it is my turn and I want to go ahead and do an upgrade. I'm going to spend 3 coins. I'm going to pick 3 of these cards up, and I'm going to see which ones of these I want to keep. So let's say I decide I want to keep these 2. I'll put the other one back, and then I'm going to go ahead and put these in my deck like so. Now let's say I happen to be over here. Whoever's next is going to be able to go to any space behind me And so if I'm over here, he could go here, take this action, then he could go here, and then take this action. So you don't want to move too far ahead. You can move to any space on the board over here, however. So let's say I'm over here and I decide I want to fly. So I'm going to take my little flight deck over here. I'm going to shuffle up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start drawing cards. So I have this ability that I can use. I'm going to just disregard this right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw cards. So I've got 3. That's good. I got this. This says the largest card in your flight counts as 2. So this is going to count as 2 distance here. And now if I draw 4 of these, I'm going to crash. So let's see. I got a 1. I got another design flaw. I'm going to keep going. I got 1 more. Let me see if I can get this one. I got 4. Okay, so at this point, I know I got a few more design flaws in here, so I'm going to go ahead and play the descend card here. Now I have to draw 2 more cards. So I've drawn this. I got 1, and I've drawn this experience here. So I got another one. So I've landed my plane successfully, and I'm going to go ahead and add another experience card to my deck. So I'm going to go ahead and count these up. 1, I've got 2. This is the largest distance, so this is going to count as 2 as well. So that's 4. This will be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my plane over here to the 14th space over here, and this is going to be the record that I'm going to eventually try to beat. Now I've got these 2 design flaw cards here. I'm going to go ahead and place both of these in here. And I'm going to set this wrench over here just to remind myself to fix these cards later on in my next turn. So to do that, I'm simply going to go ahead and move, say, over here. And let's say I decide to spend 3 coins. I'll spend the 3 coins, and this will allow me to fix this and discard it. And then I'm going to go ahead and replace it with this basic flight problem card. I can fix this for an extra coin. So let's just say I spend 4 coins this time. I repair this, discard it, and then I'll put the basic flight problem card here in my deck. Anytime you pass this, this is when you're going to start taking rewards. So whenever you get to this point over here, you're going to flip over your pilot card, and you're going to go ahead and get his upgraded ability. You're also going to be receiving money. Once you get over here to this cup, you're going to go ahead and give out prize money. So the plane that's furthest over is going to get $7, and second place will get 5, and then third and fourth will get 4. And so that's how you fix it. Now, if I end up crashing the plane, I'm going to lay this down like so. And on my next turn, I'm going to have to spend 2 time in order to get him back up again. And then play will go ahead and continue. So once the 4th year is over, or somebody passes 40, this is going to trigger the end of the game. And what everyone's going to do is they're going to take their flight deck, and they're going to take one last flight to see how far they can go. And whoever flies the furthest is going to win the game. Genius Games is one of my favorite board game companies. I love the way they're able to take science and biology and make them into fun games. And with this one, they've taken it to a historical context with First in Flight. Now, this game has a lot of things that you see in games today. It has action cards that will last throughout the game. It also has cards that you can play immediately and they are out of the game. And then they also have some cards that you can play once a year. I like the context of the game where you're ultimately trying to beat your own record. So you have like a goal to try to beat like what you did before with the cards that you have. And then as you're getting the cards and garnering the different cards, then it becomes like a push your luck type of thing where you're trying to go as far as you can without crashing. I also like the way it works on the board when you're moving, because if you move too far, your opponent's going to have a lot of different options as to what he can do, but you may need to move far anyway to order to get some repairs done, or maybe because you need to get some money, or you might need to get some upgrade cards. So as you're looking at what you have, you're also looking at the board to see what you need, but also watching your opponent, because you don't want to give him too much leeway, but you might have to in some cases. This is a fun game. I really enjoy the press your luck aspect of it when you're trying to fly your plane as far as you can. Genius Games also has other books in the game to where you can learn about the history of flight, and they have all these different pilots and all these different helpers that were around that time too. So this game also could be used as a teaching tool. So it's definitely a game that I enjoyed. It's got a lot of familiar elements that you'll see, but it also has a different mechanic in there when you're trying to get your plane as far as you can with the press your luck aspect. All right, guys, that's my review of First in Flight. We'll see you. Keep on gaming.